a merriment is helpful, but a little too late. Oh my gosh. We're gonna plus onto the wall, drop the worm, wipe their 2 tokens, deal 4 damage to them.
Nice.
And that is disgusting, ladies and gentlemen. Hey everybody, welcome back, and thanks so much for taking the time out of your day to watch Hello Good Game. Today we're showcasing a top 40 Mythic deck, mono black control by the one and only Alessio. Congratulations on the high ranking within Mythic, Alessio, and the deadly deck. I've been having such good luck playing this deck, so I felt it necessary to give you a shout out, showcase this deck to everybody else who's not seen it yet. We're going to break down the deck strategies and synergies, how you can play this deck effectively and efficiently, the play lines to look out for, how to prioritize all of your spells, your opening draw hands, all the jazz that you're going to want to know. In a second, if you're not interested in it, jump right into the gameplay footage with the chapters feature. No need to complain in the comments. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So with that out of the way, if you guys find any value within today's video, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and comment your heart's desire away. Just try not to be too aggressive. Got sensitive feelings, you guys. Anyways, breaking down the deck list now, we've got 2 copies of Bloodchief's Thirst. Sorcery speed spell for 1, destroy target creature or planeswalker with converted mana cost 2 or less. We can kick it for an additional 3, 4 total to destroy creature or planeswalker regardless of the converted mana cost. Great removal early, great removal later on as well. 2 copies of Cling to Dust at instant speed, exiling target card from a graveyard. If it was a creature card, gain 3 life, otherwise draw a card. We can recast it through the escape feature from our graveyard by exiling 5 other cards from our graveyard and paying a cost of 4. So, this is really, really nice. Whether we need to draw a card looking for more removal or an answer that we need, or, we're faced against an aggro match, we've kind of got stuff handled removal-wise, we're just gaining a little bit of life to survive. So Cling to Dust does it all. Again, it doesn't even have to be about you. It can be about your opponent. Now you can take care of Kroxa, Ghost Rider, anything that has recursion that you're worried about that your opponent's going to be bringing back from the grave, which is really cool. So easy peasy lemon squeezy as far as an include for Cling to Dust in the current meta. A single copy of Erebos Intervention at instant speed for 1 plus X. We get to choose 1 here, so a lot of versatility. Target creature gets -X until the end of turn. You gain X life. -X is really nice because it can get through Indestructible. A creature cannot exist even with Indestructible with negative toughness. So this is a great way to kill things like the Wicked Wolf, something that Alset of Life's Bounty is trying to protect with Indestructible. So we see a lot of Indestructible around right now, and the Intervention is a great answer for that. Not only that, but we can double down with our Graveyard Hate, exiling up to twice X cards from Graveyard. So, just blasting our opponent's graveyard, taking out whatever we wanted. We can even do this on our own graveyard, potentially against rogues. That's really outlandish, but, it could happen, I guess. Into our 2 drops now. 4 copies of our Mazemind Tome. This is an artifact in which we can tap to add a page counter to it, scrying 1, or tapping it for 2 mana to draw a card. When there's 4 page counters on it, you'll sacrifice it, gain 4 life. So again, helping us find the answers that we need, whether it be a land drop or removal, and then gaining us a little bit of life on the back ends for the survivability. 2 copies of Eliminate at instant speed to destroy target creature or planeswalker with converted mana cost 3 or less. 2 copies of the Blacklance Paragon. This is a human knight with flash 3/1. When it enters the battlefield, target knight gains death touch and lifelink until the end of turn. It really just goes on himself. It's our only knight within the deck as far as I know. Talk about removal though. You can flash it in for 2, so it's basically destroying anything that's attacking you on the ground anyways, just like Eliminate would, regardless of its mana cost, so it's even better. Plus, you're going to gain 3 life from it. So the Blacklance Paragon, even though it's a creature, it's a blade, it looks like it's meant to attack, this guy does the best job defending. Into our 3 drops now, 3 copies of Elspeth's Nightmare. This is an enchantment saga, so it enters when it triggers when it enters the battlefield, and then on each of our following upkeeps. First off, destroy target creature an opponent controls with power 2 or less. A little bit of removal can't hurt. Next up, target opponent reveals their hand. We choose a non-creature, non-land card from it, then they discard it, which is great. So, even if there isn't a creature to remove against a control deck, still play this right away. because you can see their hand, you know what you're dealing with, you can start to now prioritize your spells, your removal, everything accordingly to what's in your opponent's hand and how you'll have to engage with that. And, you know, getting in there to remove a Henge, remove an Embercleave, these aren't bad things either. Again, remove an Ugin. Elspeth's Nightmare is good. So get that out as soon as possible. Get into your opponent's hand, which is amazing. And then, you know, finally, exile target opponent's graveyard. So we're talking about dealing with the Croxus, the Woe Striders, things with escape from our opponent's graveyard. The Nightmare just does it organically, which is cool. So, you know, we can do it right away with stuff like Clink to Dust or late game. But again, the Nightmare has that blanket ability as well to take them all, not a couple, right? Intervention can take up to X. Clink to Dust takes 1. But Nightmare just sweeps the whole graveyard gone. So very, very nice. 4 copies of our Murderous Rider. This is a 2/3 with lifelink, and whenever it dies, it goes to the bottom of its owner's library. Swift End for 3 at instant speed to destroy target creature or planeswalker. You lose 2 life within the engagement there. So, you know, typically, if you're destroying something, losing the 2 life is not of much consequence, because whether it be a planeswalker or an attacking creature, it's probably dealing more damage or adverse value to you than the 2 life loss would be. Into our 4 drops now, a must-have, Solemn Simulacrum. This is a 2/2, and when it enters the battlefield, we grab a basic land from our library. It comes in tapped, and then we shuffle. When it dies, we get to draw a card. So, you know, the ramp is amazing, getting us into 8 for our Ugin. The colorless is amazing for Ugin's minus, so it doesn't die. And then if it does die, we get to draw a card. So, you know, whether that be another land or a removal spell or even an Ugin itself, the Solemn Simulacrum is an absolute bomb right now in any Ugin deck. 2 copies of the Hagra Mauling and Brood Pit. Brood Pit's in tapped, adds a black to our pool. At instant speed for 4, costing 1 less to cast if opponent has no basic lands. We get to destroy target creature. So, you know, early game, this is the land. If it's in hand, you know, you're top decking it late game. Heck yeah, removal spell, perfect. 4 copies of our Extinction Event, Sorcery Speed. Choose odd or even, exile target creatures with converted mana cost of the chosen value. This is great. It picks up everything. It's our mass wipe in the deck. Something I love seeing in my opening hand, because we're playing best of 1, which is aggro-oriented. You know, it's just going to make the matches so friendly. You get an Extinction Event off on 3 or 4 creatures. The value alone in card advantage is well worth it, and probably going to win you the game. Moving on, we do have 2 copies of our Massacre Wurm. This is a 6/5, and when it enters the battlefield, creatures your opponent control get -2/-2 until end of turn. Whenever a creature your opponent controls dies, that player loses 2 life. Again, aggro decks are everywhere. This is such a good way to clean them up. And we can combo this with some damage effects, which is really cool as well. Whether that be Ugin's plus ability to deal 3 damage and then Massacre Wurm to kill stuff. You know, the options are there. Which is quite nice. You know, maybe you have enough mana for the Massacre Wurm, which allows your Elspeth's Nightmare to now connect with something with power 2 or less because of the minus ability. And what's really cool here is, you know, stuff like Fireblade Charger. When it dies, it deals damage equal to its power. We're reducing its power before it dies. So, you know, the Worm wipes the field. It's a huge blocker, and it deals a bunch of damage to our opponent. So, you know, big thumbs up there. But not as many as we give Ugin the Spirit Dragon, a 7 loyalty planeswalker with a +2 to deal 3 damage to any target. Woof. It gets better though. -X, exile each permanent with converted mana cost X or less. That's 1 or more colors. Everything that's not colorless, you know, just wipes the field and basically resets the game for you, which is so good. -10, you gain 7 life, draw 7 cards, then put 7 permanent cards from your hand into the battlefield, which is, you know, not bad, but you won't get there, is what I mean to say. You're going to -X, you're going to +2 a bunch and win the game. Land is fun within this deck. 4 copies of Radial Fountain. It enters the battlefield. We gain 2 life. The Labyrinth, you know, it's a colorless land as well. We can pay for it and tap it, so a total of 5 to remove target attacking or blocking creature from combat, which is quite nice. 2 copies of Field of Ruin, you know, allowing us to destroy a target land, whether it probably be a castle or a triome, and then they get a basic land in lieu of that. Crawling Barrens, you know, this is basically one of our win conditions here. Within such a aggro-oriented deck, we can sink 4 mana into it, putting 2 counters on it, you know, having the choice to bring it in as a creature or not. It's a good attacker when you're in full control, they're top decking, and it is a good chump blocker if they don't see it coming. And just a good mana sink in general. 11 Swamps and 2 Locthwains, which we can tap for 4, drawing a card and then losing life equal to the number of cards in our hand after the draw. That's the deck list. Deck strategies and synergies drag the game on. Make sure the game goes to turn 7 or 8 at the minimum. I say turn 7 because you can ramp once with Simulacrum, but, you know, maybe twice, but then it's still basically turn 8. You know, get Ugin out as effectively as you can, you know, as consistently as you can. Hitting your land every turn is the most consistent part, and then making sure you can survive along that process. That's your game plan. Hit a land every turn, survive along the process, play Ugin, and then you gain enough advantage to kind of close out the game from there, whether it be your Crawling Barrens, Ugin's Plus, or, you know, maybe then you get a Wurm out in play or something for big hits. So, you know, it's a classic control deck, right? Remove your opponent's threats. Don't play many of your own. Just keep removing, keep building up, and then boom, it's too much for them to handle. Of course, if you're unfamiliar, an aggro deck has a high chance to win turn 1 to turn 5. It reduces down to 0 at turn 10, where a control deck's chance to win is basically at 0 for the first turn, and then, you know, slowly inclines, and you get the exact opposite, where the two decks meet right in the middle at turn 4 or turn 5. So if you can last longer than that, if you can make it to turn 6 plus, your chances of winning are very high. So with that all out of the way, if you did learn anything or found some entertainment or general value, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the channel to a friend, and you know, we'll be back for more. You can support financially on Twitch, Patreon, YouTube, purchasing through Amazon. We've got 500,000 gem giveaway, 100 one-on-one 30-minute sessions with $20 in gems as well. Cash prize tournaments, Brawl and Artisan for our beginners. You know, there's so much going on within the community. You guys do not want to miss out. Subscribe to join the Discord. Thanks so much for watching. We'll get into today's gameplay footage now. And again, thank you to Alessio for the top 40 mono black mythic control deck. It was a pleasure. I really had fun playing it. And we'll be back to wrap up with our final thoughts in a few seconds. Well, I guess a few minutes. It's like an hour. LOL. Illegal. You guys know what's up. We have to play first. Anything else is unacceptable. Hello again. Hello, good game with the hearts. I had someone comment the other day, like, I'm unsubscribing to you because you said hello, good game to someone prematurely. And it's like, bro, it's a sign of respect. It's like my hello. It just comes with the good game, right? It's all in one. Can't avoid it. It's like I click one button, they both fire off. So did I mention how much that this sucks? The 2 life is nice, I'll admit, and Elspeth's Nightmare to take the robber is good, but they're getting draws. First one was an intervention. They don't have indestructible, but we do like the life gain on our removal. Oh, the charger sucks as well. Down to 3 cards, though. We'll scry after they take off the top with the robber. Oh, it's another land, which, you know, could be worse. We'll take our 2 down to 18. Scry. And when this gets to 4 counters, we actually gain 4 life as well. It's not a regular land, and I kind of just want like a regular black source right now. That's not it. At all. Killing the robber. This is a good play for us here, because we also get in their hand. And because we're killing the robber, now that they can't drop their 4th land and have 2 creatures. Oh, they can. They can, very much so. Does this matter? It's not dealing damage. Oh, but it'll be power 2 or higher once this resolves. I see. So it just won't happen. Bummer. It should happen because it was already on the stack. You know what I mean? It was like you've already been... It should be part of the targeting effect, not part of the resolve effect. I don't know if you understand that or not, but that would be really cool. What a bummer! Moving past it, though. 2 cards left in hand. Cleave hits us for 6. Charger is 7. An Infuriate, which rolls out the Cleave. They take the draw off the top. It is a Tome, which is really good for them at this point, since they're out of cards. Getting that Scry is not ideal. Alright, we'll take our own Scry here. Ugin is much too early here for us. Come again, Eugene. HGG cannot come out and play yet. Got chores to do. He has to clean up the robbers and the chargers. Our opponent's scrying away the land. Oh, to the top. That can only mean one thing. Ooh, that is nice. Oh, no. And we don't have the dual black source, which is, like, super duper sad. We could grab it here. We've got the chump blocker. That's probably the right move. And then we can Murderous Rider. Forbran. Forbran? Forbran. Forbran, yeah, there's an R in there. Ending our turn. We do have 4 life in our tome on the tap after this one. So that could be worse than it is. Right? They're not... Oh, but the intervention is instant speed, and now they take our knight. So the Simulacrum's dead, no blockers. Oh. Taking the scry, interesting. Oh, they like it. Maya is in studio, if I can find her cam. There she is. Boom. Hey, Maya? Yeah. See, when you're having bad match, just watch me. Blockers, and they actually allow us to trade here. This is better to take, though, probably. Because of the death damage being so high. And then maybe we can kill the robber with the worm. And then, right, then the damage is 1 right now instead of 3. And it goes... Oh, it goes Ember Cleave. Hit for 4. I think they already took the thing. They did the do. Get the draw, and it's a land. This is nice. So that puts us at 5. So we are ready to worm. And that's quite accessible for us as a play. And we're losing some life, right? Charger, but it's far worse. It's on the field. Land can go. Get rid of the graveyard. As long as they... And they don't have enough land to even pull haste with it, which is nice. So the worm cleans this up for us, and that's really, really nice. They take 4. Oh, and the charger deals no damage to us because it's a -/- effect. Nice. Very nice, Massacre Wurm. I like you. No attacks. We gain 4 life with the tap of our tome here and our scry. Forbran in play. That's their whole turn. We have removal. Right? We're going to use our rider. Maya has vacated. Ooh. Well, that's better. I'm gonna take that, to be honest. Ta-da. We're doing their scrying business. That's fine, right? As long as it's not like draw 4 cards to dealio. They can't equip it. This is a 6-drop. But the event is actually really... Let's take damage. We're at 12. I mean, we can risk it for the biscuit. And then I think we just are going to hold up this rider, in all honesty. Let's play this as the land. In our turn. Because they're going to spend mana to equip the cleave. Ooh. On the Fervent frickin' Champion. Okay. Okay, bruh. Okay, bruh. Okay, bruh. You're real clever, huh? Nice. We have 6 available mana. We can kill both of these creatures here. This is a lot of fun. So, Down with the first strike. Get out of here! Right? They lose 2 life. Sure. They go in with the pump on Big Daddy T. And Mr. T. And, they're actually going to take a little bit of damage here as well, which is cool. Blacklance for the win. Here comes the scoop, ladies and gentlemen. Death Touch lifelink on the Paragon itself. Sploosh. And not only do we kill it, we gain 3 life in the transaction. Plus, they lose 2 life. Down to 6. They do go up to 10 with the pump. Ooh, my stomach, you guys. It's almost lunchtime. We better get at these guys. I'm about as hungry as this worm is right now. Without any jokes. This is a big hit. And we still have another rider held up, which is cool. The events are basically useless, but cool to have. And it's another good win against Riddick. It's crazy how often we're seeing these repeat people. It's just maybe goes to show they could have stomped that and played it, so that's awkward. I get it. Good game. All right, this is a double misdemeanor. We've got our opponent going first. You know what? That is already a fine. Plus no lands. You're lucky we're not taking you in. Mulligan, we'll give you a chance to make up for it. Just a warning this time. All right, what are we dropping? Yorion, so it's a control deck. Probably Extinction Event's no good. Am I going to regret that later? Yes. We'll deal with that then, though. Did we just get juked with a mono-red Yorion? I think we did. I think we got a real funny guy on our hands. I don't want to not curve out into Eugenos, so let's just get after it. Boros. Boreon? Jeskai? Probably. There he is! Well, hello. Let's take the sweet prince. Put him to sleep for the night. I don't doubt that he'll be back, though. They're playing Angels, we think. Lava Brink in play. I've got some words about that. Protection from Odd. That's fine. We got even. I told you she's gonna have words about it. I guess we can keep it, or is there some form of protection that we should be scared about? Let's leave it. Let's see if they have any protection. We do want to keep lots of removal, I guess, if they're going to be playing creatures. This girl does not stop. Sorry, I get so distracted by her. So nothing's happening. Let's see if there is, you know, some protection on the back end in their hand. No. Okay. They're going to play here. Into a Mellitus. That's fine. I mean, I don't know if they've dropped a land yet is the thing, right? Yeah, so there's their land. Yep. Good times. We just need more lands, right? About 4 more of them. 4 more lands. We should be good to go. Holding our removal up here through the Rider. The question is, are they transmogrifying the tokens? Right? Are they going to be transmogrifying that token? Own Daddy for the Chompers. And straight curb stomped, kids. There he is. I mean, it's not just something that we can leave there. It'd be cool to pull an event, but it's unlikely is the thing. Turn, that's not a land, but we can draw with it. And we've not played a land, so we're going to do it right now. Exile target card. If it was a creature card, gain 3 life, so we're taking a non-creature. Looking for a land. It is a land of sorts. What if we kill this Spikefield Cave? I feel like that's a really good option for us right now. Right? Starve them of their beloved red source. Oh, but they just take another one. What am I thinking? What am I thinking? I actually don't typically play with Field of Ruin. I forget they just got to search for a basic. I mean, we could have taken the chance that there was no basic there. It's still probably a bad play. Yorion in hand, there's nothing to bounce. If we just can keep building into the one and only, we should be okay. Not enough cards to cling again either. Pass our turn. No harm, no foul, really, because they didn't do anything with the turn. Awkward play, though. I should keep those things to myself. Really, our turn again. Okay, this is perfect. A little bit more land, bringing us to our total now of 7. So, you know, we're within striking distance. Passing our turn. Playing it really slow. Scorching Dragonfire gets exiled, so no draw. Ouch. Yorion has nothing to bounce here. They're at 6 mana, playing to 7. Prince in play. Stride 2. They're looking for land. I would assume, anyways. One to the top, one to the bottom. They found whatever they were looking for. Pass. Our turn. Again, I guess just looking for a land, right? We can take their Dragonfire this time. Or their Malitus. Doesn't really matter. Something non-creature based. That is not a land. Okay. Bummer. We're at 18 life. You know, I'm just going to stop this from bouncing. I'm going to take it right now. And then we can get it in play. Right? And then we have some semblance of lifelink or regen that we need because we're paying so much for stuff. Oh, they have removal too. Makes sense. I mean, at least we're giving them... There is the Baneslayer, right? So, typically a bummer. Do they have protection from it, or should we just take it right now? I don't think they have anything with Indestructible. And I kind of want to just gain a bunch of life. But, then again, let's get a Rider in play. Let's get a Rider in play. It only makes sense. This is instant speed as well, so there's no need to really be using it. Haktos protection from everything. We can only assume, right? We need to drain them of their hand and stop any draw engines. We are almost there, right? We're close. I don't doubt that they have an answer for it, though. Obviously, you don't climb this high without stopping Ugin on the reg. On the regular, right? I mean, we've got a good hand. I'm feeling comfortable. They're really thinking about this next play. Is this the coolest mountain art you've ever seen, or what? From Kaladesh. I love it. Orange Skull Mountains. If only that was full art, then they'd really be up to something. Until then, we'll be rocking our beloved lands. Really? Welcome to the rope down, ladies and gentlemen. Interesting stuff. What a way to go out. I'm fine with the ropes. I'm an honorary member of Sodium City, so, you know, that's on you. We out here. We drinking our water. Our levels are balanced, baby. It's okay to get upset. I get it. For every happy person, there needs to be an upset person. So. It is what it is. I mean, right? Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel for even more riveting content, and you know, join our Discord. We've got 500,000 gem giveaway going on. We've got you know, 100 one-on-one 30-minute sessions that each come with $20 in gems as well to give away. And we have free cash prize artisan and brawl tournaments every month. So a lot going on within the Discord. A cool community too. It's one of the most well-behaved things, and you know, we got a couple cool sheriffs on duty to keep things always nice and friendly. So, you know, whatever age you happen to be, you know, it's an appropriate place to hang out, just talk about magic, and you know, the endeavors that you're undertaking within your life. So with that being said, this is our opponent's last time out. We are on a pretty murderous win rate with this mono black control. 100% so far, 2-0, and yeah, it's a pretty cool deck, but we happen to have a lot of removal. We go first, and things look great. Tome in play, 3 land, scrying for even more land into the big boy himself. Get after it. Mono red. Mono red. I don't like mono red. Ooh. Ooh. Robber of Larich. Don't you do this to me. Let's take our tome so we can find a land for next turn. It tempted to take out that champion, but it's okay. Annex? Ugh. Oh, I hate that. I'm gonna have to sack a rider. Tome can go looking for land. Swamp, swamp, swamp. Yeah. I guess we could have scryed on our upkeep too if we were really worried about it. Be aware of that. So they don't have enough to cleave, right? We're gonna kill it now before the devotion goes up to 4. That way they only get 1 satyr token. But we're looking out for a Taubrand. 4-brand next turn. A Tolbaron. Right? What a little chocolate that guy is. We could take our scry here. They're out of mana. The 4 life is nice. The eliminate is nice. Not a land, though. Sitting at 4. Ouch. We better find a land after that sacrifice. These decisions are hard. They apply so much pressure so quickly. I thought you're supposed to put pressure on a wound to help it. I'll make it worse. Not a land, but that is delicious. Ring odds. The satyr token stays. It is what it is. Bolthound, okay, so that's not good. Bolthound gets the +1/+2. No, it does not. Just the others. Still getting hit for 4. Tome kind of helps us with that. Radiant Fountain helps us with that too. Thank you, loving that. That puts us up to how many landos? Where is our add-on here? Why isn't it not showing up? How dare you? I have to manually count my land. 1, 2, 5. We have life here, which is nice. I think we just play a little defensively now, right? Get that life gain in that we talked about. They have 5 cards in hand, which sucks. 4 of them being land, which means Embercleave territory. So I want to scry first. See if there's a land or not there. There's no land there. Which means we should keep it and act now. Keep that there. We'll act right now. Pass for 1. Kill the satyr. Gain 1 life. Right? Just holding on. And we can trade with the Bolt Hound. Let's grab that land. Blockers are good. They probably have an Embercleave. Right? Probably have an Embercleave. That's why they didn't attack. Don't you do this to us, man. No, Annex, they're being greedy. But the worm doesn't really get too much here. We'll let the dog hit us, and we'll double block Mr. T. Hopefully there's no removal in hand for 1. Oh, you dirty dog. Alright, we get the land, but it's not enough. Like, this is bad news bears on all fronts. This is so bad. Kill the Bolt Hound. He makes a satyr. Which we can nuke. But I think we keep this. We're only on 6 land, which means 2 turns from Ugin. End our turn. Hopefully there's no cleave here. Yeah, you know what it is. Sad. There's 10. And then this still triggers because it's in play, right? So, unfortunately, the creatures die after the damage effects go through. And we get bullied by a very aggressive mono red deck. Finally, we're going first. After that beatdown, we need to go first. Swamp! Attack! Swamp in attack mode. Hello, good game. With a heart, because it's with love. Don't get upset with me, you guys. Crawling Barrens, you're next. Rakdos mid-range. Kroxa makes us discard a land. Sure. Let's take care of you, Mr. Kroxa. Click the Dust's most famous ability. I don't think there's going to be anything to kill, but I do think that we should get into their hands. So, you know, we are missing out on the ETB, destroy target creature, power 2 or less, but we're going to get into their hand, and that's what I want. It's better than holding up mana for nothing. Oh, World Strider, we could have, you know, crushed it. Let's see what's in this hand of theirs, and you know, having the foresight of what's going on is important. Another Kroxa, 2 Striders, sorry, 2 Crushers and a Strider. Pretty awkward. The earlier we kill this, the better. They leave the goat, they're gonna play the other one. We need a land drop, eh? They play Kroxa, the Nightmare exiles it, which I'm sure they know. Ooh. They just got their Woe Strider, which is nice. We're gonna have to discard. But what if we just limp it along, right? Like, let's just try to draw it out. Murderous Rider is just in there to slow it down. Yeah. We'll take the life gain here. To the bottom of our library, which is nice. It's actually a lot more helpful there. And the Woe Strider. So both of these are 3-drops. They're going to get to keep the 1-drops, which is good for them. Don't get me wrong. But now, look at the extra value we get. So they have to do it now, but, you know, obviously they know we're going to pick odds. I didn't catch if they put it on the top or the bottom. Must have gone to the bottom if they're going to do it again. Oh, this one stays on the top. Oh, perfect. And I guess we can pick even now. LOL. They did most of our work for us. Don't get me wrong. They got a ton of value from that. And I'm a little nervous of what happens next. But, you know, I'm basically ready after the discard to cling this very, very soon. So they don't really want to play Kroxa until they can double play it at 6 mana. And they're at 5, so they could play that 6 mana. And we're tapped out, right? So we couldn't cast Cling right now, so they could play Kroxa and then have it re-enter the battlefield with the escape. But they don't have enough cards in their graveyard yet, either. To 6. Let's just take care of it. 2 damage is better than 4. Actually, I guess it is 4 damage after the Rider's cost ability too. But, you know, now they don't have a creature. Another Strider. Awkward. As long as we keep hitting these lands out of the park, I'm okay with it. They're filling the grave so they can double drop. We need to cast this Johnny on the spot for 4, which only gives us 3 itsy bitsy manas. Rider in. Oh, and it's 5 other cards from the grave, which does not work for us. And this is sorcery speed. It literally doesn't matter. Let's spend our mana on the Crawling Barrens, I guess, or the Castle Locthwain after the discard. I think that's our better option? Question mark. Interesting. We lose our Rider. Very nice. We take the damage, not quite enough land to connect. Shade, we're not seeing that Kroxa. That's becoming a little bit upsetting to me. we don't have enough black sources. We need 2 black plus this, so our only chance is actually to sink it into Barrens. Decline, even though they're out of mana. The plot thickens. Massacre Wurm right on time. You know, they have the Ghost Rider, so they get, you know, all the sacks they want. Everything but the Rider dies. So, you know, I'm interested to see if they do kill it. They do. We're the owner, so it goes to our library, even though they're the controller. Scry to the bottom. So they can get out of the life gain loss here, which is pretty cool, but we're still going to get 2 damage and kill a Strider. So the Archon Roar is, you know, it's good. Our Massacre Wurm still dies, right? But saved us, right? Got us out of a really gross situation right there. We have to hit, you know, the one and only the cat. We lose our removal for him. Is that from their hand? It was. But now here it comes in again. Right? Which they can easily do. I thought that first one was the escape. So we need a nice little removal spell off the top. They don't have a huge graveyard, right? So they're only going to get 1 shot at this right now, and having to build into that second as it goes. And the Massacre Wurm is a formidable foe for Kroxa. There's nothing for us to lose. We're down to 8, though. Well, this fountain is delightful. So we could do some stuff. Like removing it from combat. And we're gonna die anyways, and we are forced to attack because of the war. So let's hit this first, and we're gonna save our mana for the Labyrinth. Right? I forgot that we actually killed ourselves from the war. I was getting ready to maybe potentially block Kroxa. LOL. This triggers before we can remove it, though, is the thing. We'd gain 3 life. This is really awkward. We could pick what they pick, so they don't get a zombie. No, I guess not. Doesn't go on the stack, LOL. Yeah. Pretty awkward. And we're taking this damage. Does not feel good. That does, though. And we do it now before they attack. Yeah, let's just do it now. Holding on. We're still in really, really rough shape. And now we're going to deal with it. 4 other cards, 5 other cards. They're both really annoying. So let's take the big one. Life gain up to 10. They got the zombie smackdown though, right? 3 cards in hand. All we have is Crawling Barrens and our Labyrinth, so I think they're a little awkward, right? We're not super confident here. Down to 8 as well. And, you know, this Ghost Rider's ready to enter. Gross. What are we gonna do about this? Rakdos mid-range has so much value. So good. I mean, we're sitting on 9 lands, so we can make the Barrens a 6/6 to block that pesky Lorderous Rider if they're not on the ball with removal in hand at instant speed. Cycling for it though, right? Definitely looking. Well, we can't block flying. LOL. If they don't attack with the Lorderous Rider, we can remove Rankle from combat. Yeah, so we are going to still take the trade on the Woe. I believe we have enough mana for that. Take action. 1, 2, 3, 4. And without tapping ourselves, we go to a 6/6. Still getting crushed, though. We're still getting crushed. And Rankle's gonna make us sacrifice the Barrens, too. And also kill us. LOL. Hey, we got the jump block. We got the jump block, at least. So that's game. And, a very good one, right? That was a nice paced match. Alrighty, we're going first, which is nice. Gracious member of the community, Sheriff, 1980, old part, right? Jumped in the chat here on Twitch, gifting 10 subs out, you guys. So, you know, massive shout out to not only him, but everybody who's been supporting me along this journey. Thank you guys so much. I truly appreciate it. And quite literally, without you, this would not be possible. And I'm so flustered that we're misplaying our lands. We should have played the Mauling there, but, you know, I don't think we're gonna be punished by sneaking it in now. And hopefully finding the 4th land, so Simulacrum can get the 5th, and then 6th, 7th, 8th, LOL. Our turn, okay. I mean, we're getting that land, which is nice. Holding up our removal, because this might be that same kind of Boros mid-range deck that we just ran into, right? So we've seen how good the removal was then, and we'll try to flex it again now. Really? Don't mind if I do, Hugh. Don't mind if I do. Moment of the Sun. This is okay. So, are we looking down the barrel of a Transmogrify deck? Is what I want to know. Dream Trawler. Right? Luckily for us, we got a couple answers for the Trawler. It's still oppressive. It's still real good. The Merriment. More tokens, huh? Interesting. Very much so interesting. Yeah, super awkward as well. I guess let's pass our turn. 1 damage to any target, and they sink it up top. The good thing about all the tokens is they're all even. Oh, here it is. Here it is, boys and girls. We've seen this one before. Don't you dare do this to us.
Greatest weapons.
So what's funny is they're trying to target this card. This is the only way to hit the Planeswalker, right? Yeah, target creature gets blasted. And they're totally tapped. So I'm going to spend all 5 extra mana here just to gain the most amount of life that we can. LOL. Gotcha! Now his -2 ability, it fizzles. So sorry, Sir Luca. Did I get you, bro? Did I get you? Now this is a lot of fun, too. Because this is only our opponent's creatures. Creatures your opponents control. Yeah, so we're gonna force Luca into a no-win here. We kill the tokens, they can't block, 4 damage into the henhouse. Love it. Then we attack for an additional 2, taking it down to 1, which means it can only plus, it can no longer minus this turn. Oh, hot dog, I like that. Well, not that, the play before that. Well, alright, we'll give them a nice 2. Only creatures, so they just lost Planeswalker forever. This is 7 land. And we're gonna not kill Luca? They're gonna block regardless, is the thing. We get a land. That's what we want, is our 8th land. No. It's not good. Things are gonna be more expensive now, too. We can afford it. Right, because they could still have tokens in hand to do it with. Do they sack it here? They take the damage, smart. What if it's not smart, though? What if your opponent has a Blacklance Paragon in their hand? Which can now... I'll take that statement back. You know, I'm still not worried about the damage. I thought we were being saucy earlier. Let's go back into this main aggression mode here. Where we kill these silly tokens, which don't deserve to ever be swift-ended. Right? Don't swift-end tokens. You're losing life for it, whatever. We're still at 20, I think, right? And, you know, that annoying guy's gone. But if that's a land, it's not. It never is. And Ugin is even more expensive now because Elspeth conquers staff. So, you know, at the very least, we're doing a pretty good job annoying our opponent. They're doing a good job at annoying us too, I'll admit. You know, they're out of cards. If they attack, we burn Luca. If they don't attack, we burn this. Sucks. I was hoping they would attack first, and then we could burn Luca. Because you can't, obviously, do the -2 ability at instant speed. It's got to be on sorcery or main phase. We've done that to them 3 times now. They've got Castle Ardenvale. But what they don't have is a Ugin at -5. We persevered. We annoyed them long enough.
An opportunity to act rashly.
Strike saved isn't over yet.
Blessed be thy dragon.
Can be undone.
It's gonna be hard to come back from. That's gonna be really hard to come back from. You know, I don't doubt that they can do it. Oh, I do now. Alright, let's start lacing in this damage, baby. Rider in play. Two attackers. Ardenvale token's fine. You know, they're looking to top deck a Transmogrify. Another Luca, right? Elspeth conquers death on our Ugin. They get the Transmogrify. Interesting. Nice. Let's see what they pull. It's the Trawler. It's the Trawler. Trawler's even at 6, so Murderous Rider can live on. It can live on, and there's no negate here. You gotta protect your Trawlers with a negate, ladies and gentlemen. Here comes the scoop. Here comes the scoop. We should be using Ugin's ability first. But, yeah. Oh, they kill a Rider. We get the draw. Right? 2, 4, 6. Hit even. and Ugin can continue on doing his duties.
My flames burn.
We do have a Crawling Barrens as well to start activating here. Birth of Meletis, that's okay. Another land. I wonder what that last card is. Our turn. Let's start pushing it in. We only have 1 mana, but we'll still decline. Stop it. Let's kill this. It opens up our attack lane for the Barrens. They're out of mana. Take action. Take action again because it doesn't tap it. So we have 9. 6 damage. Down to 10. Grumpshalicious. A Merriment is helpful, but a little too late. Oh my gosh. We're gonna plus onto the wall, drop the worm, wipe their 2 tokens, deal 4 damage to them. And that is just disgusting, ladies and gentlemen. Good match. Fought very hard by our opponents, but we were pretty lucky with plenty of Dream Trawler answers in hand. And we interrupted their transmogrify process 3 or 4 times. Good game. Massive shout out to Alessio for the top ranked Mythic deck. I had a great time playing it. Thank you so much for each and every one of you who spent your time and attention here with me today. Whether you've been here since the beginning or it's your first video, thank you so much. Hope you're having a great day. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share the channel to a friend. Download Magic the Gathering Arena Assistant, which is what you found on the left of our screen, giving our draw percentages. You get so much more, though. Your collection stats, your statistics of... Oh, you can move it around. Your decks. Metagame analysis, so you can see all the different top decks for the different modes. That's for free in the link below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and we'll see you in a few seconds within the next video.